If I sound tired, it's because I just finished an unbelievably unhealthy and ill-advised 13-hour straight binge of Destiny 2 Final Shape campaign. It's pretty good. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but one of the things that was on my mind is, how do I get the new exotics? And I know that's on your mind as well. I apologize if I'm a little tired. Like I said, I've been streaming for 13 freaking hours, but I've got some pretty helpful information that hopefully will give you a bit of a boost on the rest of everybody else. The exotics, all of them, all of the exotics, as well as exotics that you did not have in the past, are technically available to you right now. Like, you could have the ability to have all of the exotics right now. It'll take you like 15 minutes max, every single one of them. How to do it? Well, Bungie has done some changes, which I was a little hesitant at first, but there seem to be pretty good changes. Changes being that legendary lost sectors no longer drop your new exotics, your exotics that you've never discovered before. So no longer will you spend hours grinding legendary lost sectors for a chance of getting loot. There's now a more direct shot. I'm a big fan of this. What is this direct shot? Raoul. When you go to talk to Raoul, he'll talk to you about some kind of insider engram club. And what's not super well described, I don't think, is that this insider engram club is how you get your new exotics. It is very simple. All you need to do is reach maximum rank with Raoul. That's a little easier said than done. Raoul's new system is a bit tricky. Decoding things will give you rank, obviously. But there are certain things that will decode for more rank for him. Particularly, namely, the fastest thing that you can do is focus decode a specific item. The numbers that I was given in live stream chat from a viewer by the name of Michael, thank you so much, Michael, was that decoding a powerful engram, one with the purple ones, will give you 100 rank. If you decode an exotic engram, just randomly decode an exotic engram, it'll give you 150. But if you focus an exact engram to an exact armor piece of what it is you're looking for, it'll be a whopping 500. So, for the people who've been playing this game for a very long time, you're going to need a handful of things. First and foremost, a shite ton of glimmer. An unbelievable amount of glimmer. Enough to crash the economy amounts of glimmer. Hopefully, you've converted all those fancy legendary shards into phantasmal fragments. You're going to need them. I was shocked how quickly I ran out of phantasmal fragments, despite it taking me like 30 to 45 minutes to actually get them into their phantasmal fragment form over from their legendary shard form. So, gonna need a lot of those. And from there, you're then going to need golf balls or Senate shards. Quite a bit of them. Every single focus decode is going to take 2 golf balls. So, do the math. And of course, 1 exotic engram. Hopefully, you've prepared and you have a couple exotic engrams lying around. According to what I have done, it took me, I'm just gonna spitball it. I'm gonna say about 10 to 15 focused decode of my exotic engrams. Hopefully on the screen you can see if my math is correct, but roughly that amount. It's gonna clean you out. And then once you have those focused, you've gone through, you've got the maximum rank of 16, and it's very deceptive because it'll go pretty fast in the first few ranks, which will help you pad out your characters. As an aside, I strongly advise that you do this on a character that you do not have leveled yet, as the stuff that will drop from Raoul will be at power level for your highest level character. I completed the legendary campaign on my Warlock, which gets you up to 1960, and on my Titan, the engrams that were dropping were also 1960 and above, like progressively higher and higher. So I strongly advise that you just, do it on the one and then come back on a different character that you also want to level. It's a very fast way to get multiple characters leveled up. It's just generally helpful, all right? And it'll also keep a couple supplies in here. But anyway, now that you've reached rank 16, you're going to be given the option to reset. You may reset right there on the spot, but if you're like me, you probably have quite a few exotic ciphers that are just on hand because you probably don't use them much. Exotic ciphers, by the way, can now be used to make your exotic armors that are masterworked into artifice armor. So as an aside, if you want to make a little bit of space in order to reset your rank, that's one way you could do it. For me personally, the better way to go about this, and the way that I ended up going about this, was to use the exotic ciphers, which are going to be required for this step, to actually get the exotics that you do not have. You need an exotic cipher in order to get the exotics that you do not have. And like I mentioned at the start of this video, that can also include exotics that are in the past, and this will also include exotics that aren't sourced from legendary lost sectors. I never completed Shadowkeep on my Titan, thus I never got Phoenix Cradle. It was never a priority to me. And lo and behold, my laziness has been rewarded as I was able to pick up the Phoenix Cradle immediately for another exotic cipher. So I was able to get, and can get, all of the new exotic armor pieces on every single character as I so choose. If you'd like to as well, definitely go do that. And if that's all you're here for, fantastic. Like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video. We've got some build videos coming up. But just to make sure we're all on the same page, there are two, and now your only ways of getting the new exotics from the final shape. Number one, you complete the campaign on legend difficulty. This is hard. This is difficult. This is not required, however. This will also get you up to 1960 power. Great. That'll get you a choice between one of the two new exotic armor pieces. Number two, the method described here. Like I said, you are going to need a lot of exotic engrams. There's plenty of ways to farm it. Legendary lost sectors will now drop exotic engrams as opposed to just, giving you an exotic bespoke just outright. And from there, you're going to take that to Raoul, and you're going to need a lot of glimmer and a lot of golf balls or ascendant shards. And for the maximum amount of rank to gain per exotic engram, you're going to focus a specific armor piece. This is going to cost 2 golf balls per decode. Once you've gotten max rank, Raoul will reward you with an exotic cipher. You can take that exotic cipher or any of the 5 that you might have at saved up to maximum to then go to page 3 in order to get the other exotics, the exotics that you have not yet unlocked yet. All of this progress is saved account wide. As I mentioned previously, I highly recommend that once you get yourself up to a light level with one character, that you go through and collect Raoul's engrams on a character that is not leveled yet, as all of those will drop at the light level of your other character. 1960 for me. It might be capping at 1960. That might be the case. But regardless, still very helpful to get yourself boosted up for that character right away. All right. Cool. Any questions? All right. Awesome. I know this is a bit out of the norm for us, but we're going to be hopefully back into our regularly scheduled entertainment, edutainment type content coming in next week. If you enjoyed this, let me know. Subscribe. Bless your faces. I'm going to go get a fucking sleep.